Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable Podcast. Look what the cat drug in, huh? Ma, look what the cat drug in. I haven't recorded in a long time because I've been a little under the weather, but I'm back with this stupid hat. Look at the hat, huh? Oh my God, they were giving away these for free. I was at the Phillies game Saturday night, got to see that 15-3 thrashing of the Mets, the stinking rotten Mets. Now I'll talk about that in a minute. Giving these hats away for free, these colonial hats. And you had to go, here's the deal. When you went in different gates of the ballpark, you had to prove that you voted in the upcoming All-Star game, which is in Philadelphia. So went to the one place and they were sold out. Actually, the hats were free. So you didn't pay for anything. But they were good. Lady says, I think they're giving them away over in the ballpark at the other end of the stadium. We rushed over there because I really wanted one of these stupid colonial hats. Stupid. Look at it. It's got the P on it. Rushed over there, got in line. They still were taking them out of the box. So I said, okay. They were going fast. I said, I think I'll get one. It's a collector's item. I'll save it. I probably won't wear it because it's stupid. But I will have it as a keepsake for this 250th birthday. All right, so got in line, started bring up on the MLB app to prove that we actually voted in the All-Star. Got to the table. Girl was there with the stacked hats. She's ready to hand me one. It was in like grimy little hands. And my nephew, who I went to the game with on Saturday, brought up the thing, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot. I didn't vote yet." And I didn't. So we're there at the table. There was a long line behind us. People were like, "Yeah." So I said, "All right, vote. He's voting. People are waiting. It's hot. And he's standing there like, should I vote for Kyle Schwarber or should I vote? I said, just vote for anybody. Just vote for anybody because you get the friggin' hat if you scan the thing, you get the hat. So, okay. So I did it, got the hat. It's stupid. I didn't even know how to wear the damn thing, but there it is. There it is. I feel like Yankee Doodle Dandy. How the hell did they wear this stuff, this crap, 250 years ago? Huh? They used to put like little twigs and stuff to how to dress it up, like trees in your head or something. But yeah, hey, it is what it is. It's a colonial hat, and I live near all the colonial history. So there you go. It's only cardboard. It's really, so you would figure they're giving them away for free. So my question is, back in 1776, when George Washington was around and stuff, why didn't they have baseball teams? Duh. Yeah, they didn't invent baseball. I get it. They didn't invent baseball until like the 1880s. But why didn't somebody back there, brilliant guys, right? Jefferson, Adams, Washington, Franklin, all these guys, the founding fathers of our country. Not one of them could invent the baseball cap. Duh. And, those guys would have worked the right way. Not behind you and back with the visor and back, and that's stupid. And it's still going on. I see people at the bar everywhere. These young kids still wear it. Why? I thought that was a fad that was going to phase out in time. No, it's still more as popular as ever. People wearing their baseball caps backwards. It's stupid. The visor is there to shield your face from the sun. You don't want to get melanoma. Listen to daddy. All right, a lot to do today as we yak. Since I have been here for a while, it's time. Today is a couple days on the schedule there. It's chocolate eclair day. Chocolate eclair. Onion rings day. Have yourself a few onion rings there, huh? and the kissing thing. Come to me. Anyway, so yeah, so have fun kissing while you're eating your onion rings. Um, what else is to? What else is going on too? Oh, guess whose birthday? Guess whose birthday? The great Cyndi Lauper. Lauper. Uh, girls just want to have fun, you know. It's her birthday. She's 73. Yeah, 73 today. And still looks okay. She looks okay. Incredible voice. Still has a great voice. Uh, you know, her original album was up for best album of the year back like in 1983, 84. She's so unusual. And it is a good album. I've been listening to it. It's a good album. It's got Girls Just Want to Have Fun on it. It's got a song that Prince wrote for her. All kinds of good stuff. But my favorite song on that album has to be Time After Time. And you know, I don't know if you know this or not, after Cyndi recorded the entire album, she thought, you know, she thought something was missing. She needed something to top off the, you know, maybe a nice ballad, you know, something nice, you know. So she got together with this guy who used to play in the Hooters. Remember the Hooters? They're still around. Great group, great local group from Philly. And in the studio, right at the end of the recording session, they wrote the classic Time After Time. Oh, I love that song. I love it. If you ever listen to my friend Eva Cassidy, you know, who I've gotten into since last Christmas, she does a beautiful acoustic version of Time After Time. But Lauper's version is great. Just great. So how about that? Huh? All these songs Cyndi Lauper's been known for, and she writes Time After Time, and it's a classic, and she'll always be known for that song. Yeah, do you remember her? When she came out with 80s, she was friends with this Captain Lou Albano. Remember Captain Lou on WWE Wrestling? And she was in all, he was in all of her videos and stuff like that, so playing his father and stuff. And she really got involved with wrestling. I don't know how much of it was serious and how much of it was play, but really got involved because yeah, wrestling was very hot back then. Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, blah blah blah. Blah. Randy Macho Man Savage. Ooh, ooh. So that's Cyndi Lauper, and she's still around. She's toured. I think she's on her last tour, and and she's good. She's good. I like her. Right. So happy birthday, Cindy. Happy birthday, Cindy. I know you're watching me. Okay? What else could you be doing? Anyway, so what else is happening? Uh, well, I gotta tell you about this ball game. I saw Saturday night. Was only my second trip down to the old Citizens Bank Park because I've had health problems, so I've had to sell a lot of tickets and move away. Or down there with my nephew, 15-3. First of all, it's good to beat the hell out of the Mets. It's great. You know, surprisingly, I didn't see that many Mets fans there. They're bandwagon jumpers. And back in the day when the Mets were good, when they didn't suck, the whole stadium would be Mets. Mets. And they would try to take over the stadium. Let's go, Mets. And you'd have to boo them down. Not so much this time. Not so much. You had a scattering of Mets fans in the crowd, but it was overwhelmingly red flags, right? And they didn't have a chance. The few people who were there, they didn't have a chance to get cracked up because when you get out of the gate losing, the Phillies scored 8 runs in the third inning, and they're kicking their ass 11-0 after 3 innings, you pretty much shut it. You pretty much shut it, you know. And that's the way the Mets were. If they didn't leave the stadium by then, heading back up the turnpike then, they were pretty cool. So yeah, it's just got Harper and Schwarber, aren't they something? Oh my God. So that 50-3 game, great. You got a Bryce Harper, first time ever he hits for the circle. He went for the triple in the last. I don't care if if people are bitching and complaining like they usually do on social media. Yeah, oh, it was really a double. It is what it is. He made it into a triple just because the Mets suck at fielding, and they threw to home base. You're going to take that away from Bryce Harper. At least he was hustling and he got that triple. So that is a rare feat. I always remember, and I've been to a lot of since Bryce Harper's been on the Phillies, I've been to a few of his career landmark games. I've just been lucky enough to be there. I was there when he hit his 300th home run. I was there when he hit that walk-off grand slam against the Cubbies. I was there when he Bedlam at the bank home run by with the eighth inning hit San Diego in the playoffs and sent the Phillies to the World Series. There for a lot of big moments. And there, Saturday night, when Bryce Harper hits the first cycle of his career. But you would say, okay, Bryce Harper, that was really, he had to be the offensive player in the game. 4 hits. Kyle Schwarber, the Schwarball, hit 3 home runs. 3 home runs. And they were blessed. Oh, God. This guy's hot. And, he always gets hot in June. Anyway, he had another one last night. I think he's up to 29 now. And I'm not even out of June. 29 freaking home runs. Is he going to get to 60? The all-time Phillies record is 58 by the great Bob. But Schwarber might beat it the way he's going. Oh God, what a hitter! What a power, man! If Schwarber and Harper, you can't expect them to do this every day. They're on a hot run with them. But if Schwarber and Harper just hit a little bit of what they're doing, the thing is, it's usually one or the other that's hot. They're both hot together. They are steamrolling teams. Oh, if they ever did that in the playoffs, Dodgers Schwazers, Yankees Spankies. Nobody's going to stop them. Harper and Schwarber are hot. How are you going to pitch them? Go back to back in the night, right? You can't pitch to them. You can't pitch around them. That's what I'm saying. I think Schwarber, everybody's going Ohtani, MVP, Ohtani, this, Ohtani. Which, he's having another great year. He's a pitching, what. I really do think Kyle Schwarber, if he keeps going the way he is, has a chance to get the MVP. I mean, it depends on how the Phillies finish. 36.5 games behind the Braves now. They were 11 games behind the Braves just a couple of weeks ago. So they're cutting into that lead. The Braves have a lot of injuries, and the Phillies are right there. So, if the Phillies win the division, that clinches a playoff spot, and it clinches home field advantage for the first round. That's not 5. So it's good to win the division. I should put another flag up in the new stadium there. We won the division. We won it 2 years in a row. Why not go through 3, right? But I think if the Phillies have success to the end of the year, Schwarber has a shot. So let's see what happens, right? I can't stand this thing. Look at it, it's turning. Is that my head or is that the hat? Look. Jesus, I don't want to wear it like that. What the hell am I doing? Anyway. I would have made a good colonial soldier. Maybe I'll write a short story. I wake up one day and I'm there in Valley Forge and I'm there in Philadelphia. And I'm talking to Washington and he's talking back to me and we're drinking buddies and we're good. We're good. We're good together. Anyway, so what else is happening? So I was at the game 50-3. And so Phil's, I think they're going to Washington this week. They have 4 down with the Nats. Then they go up to New York to play 3 more with the Stick and Rotten. So let's see what happens. So the ballpark, they're sprucing it up. They're painting it everywhere for the All-Star game in a couple of weeks. Now, I don't have this. I don't have the money to be at the game, but I'll be watching it on TV. What the hell is it now? The All-Star, the Home Run Derby, you like to watch them. I mean, the game itself is okay. It's kind of fun to see matchups like Paul Skeens going against Aaron Judge if he's not hurt. Yeah, they're different matchups. But the teams are back to wearing their uniforms again. It should be fun. But why the hell do they have the Home Run Derby on Netflix? Now, I guess you could say everybody has Netflix, blah, blah, blah. Some people don't. What about older people who are on a fixed income? They can't afford this crap. So now you're putting the Home Run Derby on Netflix. Really? The year it's in Philadelphia? I want to see Kyle Schwarber in the Home Run Derby, Bryce Harper. I want to see them hit bombs into Asheboro. Boy, is that going to be packed. I was out there Saturday night and got a cheese smoke. Got it from Tony Luke's. It was okay. It was okay. I mean, the cheese was sort of melty and drippy, it's a mess. I made a mess on my shirt. I didn't fried onions, ketchup, it was cooked. The thing is, the roll. If you got a stinky roll, if you got a hard roll, forget it. The roll is what makes your hoagie and your cheese stick. Take it from a guy who lives in Philly. All right, so after at Ashford Alley, and it was crowded for Saturday, but nowhere near as packed as it's going to be at the weeks. I can imagine as soon as they open those gates, the people are going to be running. It's like they're running into bulls in Spain. They're going to be running to get their spots in Ashford Alley, stand there like it's New Year's Eve in Times Square, and don't move because that's where the home run balls are coming from the home run. So it's going to be packed, shoulder to shoulder. People better wear their deodorant. Take a shower with them. Huh? Do your fellow country road Philadelphia favor and take a shower. All right. So anyway, that's the baseball. Baseball is very, very good to me. Very, very. Eagles training camp in about a month or so. Can't wait. Starting to get my head together. Starting to figure out who's going to be in the Super Bowl this year. I'll give you that prediction later on down the road. Hey, talk about predictions. Yeah, I haven't been on since the Knicks won the NBA title. Hey, and who told you that they were going to win way ahead of time? Daddy here. And I hope you made a few bucks too, because I also told you the Carolina Hurricanes are going to win the Stanley Cup. So there you go. It pays to watch my infrequent episodes of this show. Because if you do, you will write up the date stuff, We'll make some of this. But yeah, that was good. That was long. Knicks. The thing with the Knicks, you hate to see them win because the team they seem like a bunch of good guys. The fans are, but the Knicks were destined to win. I always said, if you watch the show, I like a hot team going into the tournament, no matter what sport, a hot team. And the Knicks were that. They almost got knocked off in the first round against Atlanta. Remember that? But they rallied. And the thing with the Knicks, everybody said, they were not favored. They were underdogs or anything. Even Fred, even in the finals, the San Antonio was right. They're babies. Is Victor Wembanyama and the baby. He's not ready. Yeah. The advantage the Knicks have, my friends, is a lot of these guys were from Villanova, Brunson, Hart, Bridges, and they know how to play. They played together for a long time, not only at Villanova, but on playgrounds, practice, and here they are together on the Knicks. They know each other's moves. And that's a big difference to have that experience and being familiar with the guys that we play against them. So Uh, kind of figured the Knicks were going to do it, and they did. So, what else is going on? Oh, I got a couple lists for you that I wanted to read. I got to put my glasses on. Now, these glasses, if I wear them down on the nose like this, it makes me look like Ben Franklin. Don't I look like Ben? Huh? I like to be on the 100 pound. All right, so I came across a couple of these. This is all about movies and music. Hey, I haven't seen any movies this summer. The big one is Toy Story, breaking all kinds of records again. What a franchise, huh? They say that between all 5 films now, Toy Story has made over $3 billion. B as in $1 billion, Toy Story. Disclosure Day is out, Steven Spielberg. Supergirl's coming out next weekend. I might go see that because I saw Superman last summer. Love the dog. Love the dog. You know me and dogs. And I might go to see it just for the dog. Uh, what else? I mean, there's a lot of good movies out there. I mean, before there was a time where the movies sucked. You didn't want to go to the movie. We got all the seven. The Netflix, that you're paying extra for. Sit your ass at home and watch it, right? Why spend $20 a ticket or whatever to go to the freaking movies? Well, there's a lot of good movies, especially a couple in the summertime. So there's a reason to go to movies, and it's fun. Yeah, after the pandemic, we were all stuck inside. Remember those years? Oh, all stuck inside, couldn't go anywhere. We were craving for, let me go to a concert or a movie or a ball game, something. Get me out of this house, right? So, I think that's why people are really, they're going on vacations this summer. They just kind of want to get away, get away from stuff. All right, so I found this list, and it has to do with rock bands. Rock bands are musical acts, mostly in the 80s. Yeah, every time an act comes into a venue, they have special things for the dressing. Like some people want, like, you gotta have water in there, you gotta have soda, you gotta have this, you gotta have, like Sinatra is very famous for, you gotta have this. Even way back when, we're talking about, in fact, Sinatra's days, all blue eyes, that he had like a demand list, I would call it a demand list. It's not like a hostage thing, but you know what I'm saying. These artists, the hoity-toity artists, who are very expensive, right? They're booking them for like $20 million. They want what they want, so you try to put. So I'm just going to give you a few samples of what these stars, these artists demanded when they came around the new city. Like, in other words, Van Halen, remember that great group, Van Halen? Said they wanted M&Ms in their dressing room, but no brown M&Ms. No. And now you can buy them. You could buy all greens, all blues, all blues. But back in the day, back in the 80s or so, you couldn't buy them like this. So there had to be some schmuck, some guy had to sit there and literally pick the brown M&Ms out of the bag before Van Halen came to. Now, God forbid you had one crumpy brown M&M. These guys would spaz. You know what? So, what else? Prince. Prince wanted everything wrapped in clear plastic. Everything. So you got couch in the dressing room, you got whatever, your table where you eat. Everything had to be wrapped in clear plastic for Prince. Because he's the Prince, and so what the other did. Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters wanted an assortment of cartoons, comic books, puzzles. They were really techy back in the 80s, like Pong. I read Pong back and forth. Catering requirements. And they had a lot of stuff, but when the boys from Foo Fighters came into town, they wanted to just sit around and eat pups. whatever, whatever. ACDC demanded that there were oxygen tanks in the dressing room. I kid you not. Hey, did you see that over the weekend? Rod Stewart, old Rod Stewart. Alexa, how old is Rod Stewart? 81. It's not that old. Not that old. He's like got guys up on the road with Will Nelson or 80s, God sakes. Rod Stewart's 81. And he's playing a show in Utah. Now, Utah is a lot of mountains. The elevation got to him, and he actually took O2 on stage. There was an assistant on CD clip giving Rod the mask there. It's kind of scary if you're in the audience. You went to see your idol. Maybe you've been following Rod Stewart for the last 40, 50 years. And there he is on his last legs, taking some oxygen. Kind of scary. Yeah, I would say, Rod, maybe it was the elevation. Maybe that's what got to him. Or maybe maybe ought to just hang it up and retire and enjoy life and take care of yourself. Don't push your health, right? Is it worth it? I'm sure Rod Stewart has a lot of money. And if he was wise, he would have invested in it. It's got a lot of cash there. But don't jeopardize your health, Stewart. Going out on this so-called farewell tour, which has probably been going on for years and years and years. And you need freaking O2 on stage. The only other time I saw that was went to see Happy Together 1 year in groups of the 60s. And Chuck Yeager, one of the lead singers from Three Dog Night, Joy to the world, all the boys and girls now, joy to the fishes in the goose sing, joy to you and everybody. If okay. He came out on stage with an oxygen tank. I kid you. I felt bad for the guy. He wheeled it on he was carried it in his arms, but he wheeled it with him. Got to the mic, started singing, and he was good. But Ferris taking it easy. He had a candy in his lips. So my glasses were up in him. Yeah. So he's going, joy to the world. Oh, the boys are good. Joy to the kisses in it. I kid you not. It was kind of sick. Poor Chuck Yeager. He just died that day. It's the only time I ever saw a performer actually taking a whiff right there. All right, so ACDC demanded that they have oxygen into Tristan. No, you can't blame it. Madonna, tell them what a diva she is. If she's still bad, I saw she was doing like something in Times Square because apparently she has a new tour and a new album coming out soon. And she's there throwing herself around. And Madonna is like pushing 70, I think. Hey, Alexa, how old is Madonna? Alexa, how old is Madonna? 67. 67. Well, that's not true. I guess she's not 81. But what I'm saying is this. She's throwing herself. Now, the thing is, she's still in pretty good shape. Now, would I date her? Yeah, I guess so. Hey, beggars can't be choosers. No, listen to me. So she's there. She's getting a lot of flack on social media, but to me, leave Madonna alone. She's doing what she wants to do. There's going to be a day where she can't throw herself in stage, can't wear stupid stuff, and there will come a day when that happens. But old Father Time waits for no one, and so the thing is, let her go. Let her do what she wants to do. She's not hurting you. You don't have to look at her. You don't have to check her out on social media. Just do something else with yourself. Anyway, the doll, the material girl, as they used to call her, in her dressing room, she demanded everywhere she went on her tour a new toilet seat. Hey. Some people want no brown M&Ms in their dressing room. Other people want new toilet seats. I guess, maybe she's like, uh, how do I know who used this toilet before me? Right? Do I know that Led Zeppelin was just in here the night before and crapped all over the bathroom? Do I know that? Come on. So that was a must for McDonald. New toilet seats. Now they didn't have to be gold like some people I know, but new toilet seats was Led Zeppelin. Speaking of Led Zeppelin, they demanded that there be an iron and an ironing board in their dressing room. Demanded. Now I could say, some bands might say whiskey, drugs, Doritos, whatever. But here you got Led Zeppelin coming into town, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, and they demand, it's in the contract that that venue must have an iron. It sounds so stupid, doesn't it? Must have an iron and an ironing board in the dressing. Whatever. Maybe they like to play house. Maybe they like to play house thing. One maybe easy bake oven. In there. Maybe a rotor-rooter, vacuum cleaner or something. Whatever. But that had to be so. Because you don't want to go out on stage. You don't want to play a rock concert for 2.5 hours and have your shirt all wrinkled. Even though you're probably going to spit all over it anyway, and it's going to get drenched with sweat. All right, couple final ones here, then we'll wrap. That, you having fun? Paul McCartney, my favorite. Paul McCartney back in the day. I don't know if he still does it. But back in the day, post Beatles, when he was by himself or with Wings, he demanded there be live plants in his dressing. Not fake ones, not artificial ones, not dead ones. Live plants. And they had to be an exact height that he requested. To have those small dinky plants, like the tall ones, like a beanstalk. Had to be the right size, right eye level for the carpet. And finally, Eric Clapton's old slogan. Back in the day, he demanded that every venue provide him with a foosball table in the dressing room. The soccer thing. So he play that a while before it goes on stage, right? And so there you go. Speaking of soccer, any of you guys watching the World Cup? I actually am. I'm starting to get into it. I don't know these freaking guys. I don't know. I know Messi. I know that's about it. Ronaldo, he's right. Whatever. Pele's in there. Anyway, so I'm watching the soccer, and I'm kind of getting into it, especially since the USA is doing it. Could the USA actually win the World Cup and say to these other countries, aha, you come to our country, we're going to win, right? And I can think the USA has got to be, it's really hard to beat according to the simple experts that get on there. They all have British accents. And they're like, it's really hard to beat a host country because they're so overwhelmingly supportive of the stadium. I went down to the ball game and across the street was Eagles Stadium, which used to be Lincoln Financial Field. Until the end of the World Cup, they have renamed it in Philadelphia Stadium. And there's no, if you didn't know the Eagles play there, you wouldn't know because everything's covered. The signs, everything has World Cup this, World Cup that, World Cup. And it's kind of freaky. But there'll be another match there tonight. France plays Iraq, I believe. And barring thunderstorms, we're supposed to get some nasty storms today. So we'll see. But I am getting into it. They have games at midnight. It's kind of interesting because think about it. In our sports, you've got, let's say, okay, the Philadelphia Phillies. Not all those players are from Philadelphia. hardly any of them. Not all those players are from Pennsylvania. They're from all around the country, even out of the country. So they say, quote, Philadelphia Phillies. Not really. Not really. And it's like that in any sport. Right? The World Cup is unique because you're saying Norway, those guys have to be from here. Damn it. They have to be from here. You're saying Egypt. I was watching them last night. They're called the Pharaohs. Hey, those guys have to be from Egypt. There's no two-way about it. Don't put some ringer on the team who isn't from Egypt, who's actually from the Bahamas. You don't do that. You gotta check it, and you gotta check it. So that's the cool thing about it. You got Egypt playing France, and you're talking a little smack. Hey, the French are better than Egypt. Hey, we got the Eiffel Tower. What do you got? The pyramids? Hey, you can imagine what they're saying to the Joe down in the pitch. It's not the field. Don't, God forbid, don't call it the soccer field. Don't call it that. That's a no. The pitch, the pitch. So I'm starting to pick up some of the rules and everything. It's pretty basic. You kick the ball. Don't use your hands. Whatever you do, don't use your hands. And you can do it with the head. Some of those guys have big heads. Did you ever see that? Big, wide foreheads. And I could imagine that they hit the ball constantly, their head expands. And it becomes like a sledgehammer. I looked at the one guy. What was he playing for? Belgium or something? He had like a Frankenstein head. What the hell is that? Anyway, so it's just kind of interesting. The other thing I don't get yet is what is a offsides, and because like in hockey, football, they have the lines. They have the lines drawn into the field or the ice, offsides. But in soccer, there are no limits other than the basic center line and the lines around the goal. So how do you know if somebody's offside? Well, now they have replay, and they get it down to the tiniest inch, and so that's a little confusing to me. But otherwise, I'm starting to pick up the game, and it's okay. I would not trade our Super Bowl. Yeah, yeah. And the other thing is, why are these people cheering? There's nothing going on. Too many 0-0 games. You got them back and forth. This one team is keeping the ball because they want to play for a tie. So they actually want a 0-0 tie. They want it. Instead of holding the ball. Meanwhile, in the crowd, you got these people going crazy, screaming and yelling and holding up their scarves and songs. And I'm looking at them, I'm watching, I'm like, what the hell? Why are they cheering? So there's nothing going on. Don't they know any better? Just let some of these people watch away and go, huh? What that's that I'll give you some shit about. Yeah, that's it. Well, you know what? I have since later in the week I'll put that one. And not with the stupid hat, but I have some other lists and we'll have some other we'll do this and count some more. We'll have some. So I just went, nonstop, what, 80 minutes and then let's talk about it. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching me all these news. And it has been news. And I'll try to get on. But so I'm feeling better. So I'm back. Like a bad penny. Can't get rid of me. So I'll talk to everybody sometime later this week. Go Phillies tonight in Washington. Sixers out tomorrow's the draft thing. The NBA draft. I think it's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, next week. I don't know. Whatever. Let's hit the Sixers under this new regime. Start to fix it better. No, start up there. All the time that the Knicks are winning the championship, I'm thinking of the Sixers. How far away. and how pathetic we were to let Mikhail Bridges go. Well, these guys, Brunson, Hart, even DiVincenzo, who's not on the team, they played right in our backyard at Villanova. But we couldn't scout them, we couldn't pick them, we couldn't sign them. Really? Losers. All right, so I gotta go take a hot pill or whatever. Peace and love, everybody. Take care until next time. Thanks so much.